Google Ads mistakes you need to stop making in 2025 if you want to make more money. First off is figuring out the right types of keywords and match types that you should be using to get in front of the right people. See, keywords in the past were a lot easier. It was very much more structured and much more direct to the point. Exact match was they had to type in exactly what you had in there. Phrase match was like, pretty close. Broad match was still the Wild West. It was still crazy. It would still show you kind of like anything that they really wanted to show. But over the years, it's gotten looser. And in the last year and a half, 2 years, it got much looser to the point that exact match is not exact. They are basically themes. So you will show up for something close to that. So it acts like phrase match used to. Phrase match acts more like broad match used to. So it'll show up for things loosely related to what you are actually looking to show up for. And broad match, well, you can show up for anything. So we highly recommend stopping using broad match keywords unless you are advanced and you know that these keywords already going to work and already are proven, whether that be an exact match or phrase match. But then it's a whole other topic, but you got to really keep an eye on the search terms that Google says, hey, we think you should show up for these, because then you got to make sure you're removing those pretty much daily until it's tightened down. But I would recommend sticking with exact match or phrase match when you are starting off your campaigns. Speaking of campaigns, another issue we commonly see is people starting off with the incorrect bid strategy, meaning that they're starting either off with max clicks or max conversions. Now, if you have a brand spanking new ad account, I still recommend you start off with max conversions, because you're telling the algorithm, hey, we want a conversion, whether that be a lead, whether that be a purchase, whatever your conversion event is, we want that. When you start off with max clicks, you're saying, hey, Google, go out, get us all the clicks in the world that you could get, and then hopefully some of these people actually convert. So I highly recommend that you still start with maximized conversions. Don't put any kind of TROAS or TCPA on it. Just let it get out there, start doing its job, finding you people and getting in front of people. When you put a TCPA or a TROAS on these ads in these campaigns, you severely limit the algorithm, especially if you're brand new. If you're not brand new, you should still go with maximized conversions, but you can use maximized clicks to actually feed into it. I digress. I'm starting to squirrel off and get into other videos that could be made about advanced strategies. But so far, the two things that we've talked about, or I've talked about, that you should watch out for and make sure to limit the use of in 2025 are use of broad match words and using the wrong bid strategy in your campaigns. So try out max conversions at first. And then if that doesn't work, go to max clicks. Max clicks is like the fallback. I want to show you something real quick that I didn't show you before, having to do with the broad match or the keywords rather. And here you basically have a graph showing, how you could potentially show up. So as you could tell, exact match ads may show on searches that are the same meaning as your keyword. So look at these as themes. So it has the same meaning. Furniture store, home furnishing shop. Phrase match, same kind of thing. Include the meaning of your keyword. Cheap furniture stores, living room furniture deals, and what store is the best place to find a bedroom dresser. Kind of a theme. Broad match, as you can tell, gets real loosey-goosey. Home decor, cream colored leather sectional. If you're going for home decor, do you really want to show up for cream colored leather sectional? If that's not what you sell, probably not. But if you show up for it and somebody clicks it, you just wasted money. Another thing I find people falling into all the time and just kind of blindly believing and hitting the accept button are Google's recommendations. And a lot of this happens when you're in the app, but even on desktop, you can see that it gives you all these recommendations. And the pushback I always get is, well, the optimization score, shouldn't that be 100%, Mitch? No, it doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't matter, because literally, and I left this one like this so I can show you guys, but Some of these, yes, take in and look at them and add with a grain of salt. But they're always going to tell you add broad match keywords. Go ahead and improve your performance max campaigns. Like add in more AI stuff. Add these new keywords. But there's you have to do some digging. Okay, price extensions, maybe I could see that. I could see that helping. So like, don't just necessarily like gut them all, but take it with a grain of salt, because I can get this optimization score, which most people believe actually matters and it doesn't. I can go in here and click dismiss all and boom, look, it went up. I didn't even do anything. So if this actually mattered, why would I be able to increase it by just dismissing what Google is saying to do? Now, I'm not trying to say that like they're out to just rip you off, but I would take these with a grain of salt and go ahead and go dismiss. So like this one, expand your reach with Google search partners. Well, I don't want to, because now the ads are going to show up all over the place that I don't want. I just want it to show up on the Google search, not on your partner sites. So I'll go ahead and dismiss. Boom, 93%. Now, do we really think the ads are going to perform any better? Probably not. Actually, I know they're not, because this doesn't really matter at 93%, at 50%, it doesn't matter. These are just recommendations. It is gamification, so please ignore this. And one big thing that I still see, and this happens with new businesses, new marketers to kind of like new-ish, they've been doing it a little bit, is they fall into the trap of listening to a Google rep. These people who call you do not work at Google until you're spending a lot of money. You are not being reached out to by anybody at Google. You are being reached out to by third-party people who have a script and have initiatives to have you start utilizing certain parts of the ad platform, i.e. search networks, display networks, broad match keywords, spend more money, throw in DSAs, throw in a performance max campaign. Let's do this, let's do that. And then you'll find it doesn't actually work, and they have limited time. And it's nothing against these people. They're doing their job, right? But take what they say with a grain of salt, because they're not in the ads real world efficaciously doing what they're recommending to you. They just have a script. I get reached out to probably 10 times a day by Google reps that call my Google phone number, and I just ignore them because they aren't doing this day in and day out. You'll get a new rep every quarter, then you got to start all over. So don't fall into that trap of listening to these people. So the simple ways, let's recap, the simple ways that you can make your ads on Google perform better, just very simple, high level things. There's much more advanced strategies, but you're going to stay away from broad match keywords. You're going to stick with phrase or exact. You're going to not talk to Google reps, or if you do talk to them, take what they say with a grain of salt. Don't take it as gospel. Don't take it as black and white. Just hear them out. And then think about, should I actually do this? Would this actually help my ads? Then you are going to not care about your optimization score, because it doesn't actually affect your ads at all, the performance, the delivery, or how well it is perceived by other people. And the fourth thing we talked about is choosing the right bid strategy, which is going to be your maximize conversions or maximize clicks. I highly recommend that you stick with maximize conversions unless it absolutely does not work. And I'm talking like over 30 days it doesn't work. Then go ahead and switch to maximize clicks. Most of the time you will get conversions in over 30, 60, 90 days. It will fully optimize and start performing very well. At the beginning of these, don't add in any kind of TCPA or TROAS. Let them do their job and go out and find them. If you absolutely have to add a TROAS, then I want you to set a low TROAS of like 50%. Don't go throwing 200, 300, 400% out there, because it is a floor. TROAS works as a floor. I want you to use that as a minimum, going, hey, 50%. So it's a 0.5 times ROAS, right? But that's the floor. That's the lowest you want it to go. If you set the floor too high, Now you've got a really high floor, aka a ceiling, and the ads won't show and it won't deliver, and then you'll be pissed off and wondering what the hell's going on. So hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully you can get some insight from this and, optimize your Google Ads a little bit better. If you found this helpful, I ask that you share this with a friend, share this with another business owner, and help them win, help them get a little bit better results in 2025. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.